Hello YouTube. For tonight's video I'm going to go ahead and scrap out a desk fan. The fan was given to me by one of my friends, and who also happens to be a subscriber, and also the same friend that actually talked me into this 3D printer. You can see I'm printing something right now. I started it about 5.5 hours ago. It's got a bunch of supports around it because it's got a nice base, but it's pretty narrow at the top and pretty wide, so I just want to make sure that it actually prints it correctly. I'll spend the extra time to actually put supports in, and just so I know it's going to print correctly, so I don't waste a lot of filament. So currently at 47% right now, so this will probably finish up probably around 12:30 in the morning tonight. So anyways, that's going to be another video. I'm actually going to cast this object. Like I said, you can't see what it is because it's surrounding the supports, but it's going to be pretty epic. At least I think it's going to be. So anyways, getting back to what we were talking about here. Yeah, I got this fan from my friend. The front face has already been removed. That's how I got it from him. I've already taken the screws out in the back here. Let me see if I can get this without. Yeah, there was 4 screws in the back here. It was a 5/8 deep socket that I had to use. There's a couple nuts here and washers that held it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the head strap camera, and I'm actually going to scrap this live and not really do too much editing, just because I want to show you pretty much, you know, how I take things apart. So anyways, let me go ahead and get the head strap camera together, and we'll bring it back. Okay guys, I got the head strap camera set up. Let's just go ahead and start ripping this apart. So it looks like there's a screw here and there's a screw here. So once I get this removed, I should be able to get this stand out of the way, and then I'll be able to gain access to the rest of the screws at the bottom. Or, I don't know, there might be a couple extra screws I gotta do. I haven't really inspected this. Actually, that's a pretty long bolt, so get that out of there, and there's a nut on the other side, but it's molded into the plastic, so it makes removing these pretty easily. Let's see, so we get that out of here. I mean, I could just smash this with a sledgehammer if I wanted to and just take the piece off, but, you know, I kind of like to be thorough, and, you know, I kind of want you guys to know what I really go through, or what you can expect from something like this. So, like this right here, probably just going to break this. Try to, at least. Yeah, there's another screw down there I have to get out. I already took the screw out from here and over here, so once I get this one out, it should be a little bit easier to get this apart. At least I hope so. I just noticed my screwdriver's bent a little bit. So, there we go. Get that screw out of there. I'll tell you, every time I take something apart, I tend to find it all the screws all over the floor. So, there you go. Recycled plastic. Let's see. Get the switch assembly here. This should just pull off. Yep, it just pulls off. And just going to pull that through. More junk plastic, more plastic. Let's see. Now, I'm just going to have to clip these wires. I'm going to get rid of the rest of this plastic. So hopefully I have my clippers here, which I do. There we go. So I'll just clip it right from here. I'm not really sure what's inside these. I know in most switches, there's silver contacts, but quite honestly, I don't know if this has any silver contacts or not. So maybe I'll break this open. I think there's a little bit of brass. Yeah, there's a silver contact in there, I could tell, just with the brass connectors in there. Yeah, oh absolutely, this is actual switch. It's not like a dimmer switch or anything like that. So there's definitely silver contacts in there. More recycle. Alright, we've got our wire here. You know what I like to do, cut off the plug ends. May as well just strip it right when I have it, so I don't have to build up a huge bucket of these things and spend hours upon hours taking them apart and scrapping them out. So I'd kind of like to do it as I go, because it gives you an idea of how long it really takes to scrap something, you know, completely, 100%. So, and that's what my videos are all about, is 100% scrap tutorials. So, hopefully you don't really hear the fan from that going through the whole video. It's not really that loud, but, you know, like, I just hope you guys can hear me and I'm not like distorted. So this right here, I'm just going to throw in low grade wire. This I will actually strip completely. So we'll just toss that right there for right now, and that'll be in low grade wire as well. This you could just throw in the garbage. I've taken all the copper out. There's a little piece of copper here on the connector, and that's brass. This is the copper. Same with this one. So we'll set that there for right now. And yeah, I'll just throw this in the recycle. There we go. And then a lot of dust in this. A lot of dust. Thankfully, I'm not allergic to it. So just let me silence my phone. Oh, I have no idea where it is. Oh well. So anyways, I guess just start removing screws wherever you see them. Motors are pretty much similar the way they come apart. There's going to be some screws here. This is a cast aluminum on both sides. So, ooh, that's really on there. I'm going to have to use a better screwdriver than that. Let's see, maybe this one will be better. Oh, wow, that's really on there. I'm going to have to grind that off, depending if they're all like this. Oh, that one came off. That one cracked loose. I'll just loosen it for right now. Yeah, I'm sorry if there's a lot of pauses in between my videos. I kind of just don't know what to say, so I mean, I just don't want to start rambling on about anything and everything. But I mean, you get the gist of it, you know. Just remove screws and get things done. I could edit this stuff out, but like I said, I just wanted to show you guys how long it really takes to do something like this. There it goes. I just cracked it loose. There it goes. Yeah, once I relieve the pressure from the other three corners, came apart. So let's see what we got here. Okay. So that is our yoke. Well, I guess I wouldn't call that a yoke. It's not like from a television. I'm going to go ahead and start clipping these wires. Kind of get this cleaned up a little bit. Dropping things all over the floor. Yeah, they always put zip ties on here. I don't know why. There we go. Start cutting them loose. This has got a nice... I hate this stuff right here. You could cut this with a razor knife and get it off. So there we go. Just remove this from the equation. I'm actually going to clip all these because I'm going to have to get rid of them later anyways. So once you get these clipped off. And there we go. Yeah, so that's pretty much cleaned. Easy to strip. So what I normally do on these, I'll take a razor knife and I'll cut all this little twine stuff off of it. It is covered in lacquer. The wire looks to be pretty good. I don't think the wire's covered in lacquer actually, but this has got a little thin layer of lacquer on these strings here. But what I normally do is I get either like a Dremel tool or, you know, like an angle grinder, and I just cut along the edges right here. And once you get it cut, honestly, you could do it like this too. You could actually clip one end right here, and then once you do, you can just pry it up, and then just get a screwdriver or something under here and just pry it out the other end. So, and that's how you really get the copper out of these. It doesn't take long, but if you do like you know, a Dremel tool, you can cut through it really quickly. And then once this is completely bare, you know, and you have these ends removed, you can just take like a screwdriver and go through the loops like this, and then pry, and it'll pull right through. But I would recommend putting it in a vise first to get the copper out. So this way here, it won't kill your hands or anything. This right here, I could try to get this off. I don't think I'm going to be able to because it's really on there. So, I mean, I might just throw this in dirty aluminum and then just cut the fins off, which is what I'm probably going to do. There's really not a lot of aluminum here for me to even waste my time, especially since, you know, I've got tons of aluminum in this bin right here, you know, so I'm not really hard up for anything like this. So I can just throw this in irony aluminum as is, and we'll just cut the fins off later. So we got a piece right here, cast aluminum. I may as well clean it up real quick. I don't know why they put the screws in this way. Oh, that was to hold it together. Nope, that's not coming out. Irony aluminum as well. So that's what we're going to do with that. Low grade wire. Actually, you know what? If I could get this plastic off easily, I can go ahead and strip that in my stripping machine. So let's see if we could just pull that out real quick. Oh yeah, we can get that out of there. So this will be wire that I strip, just like this cord right here. So, I mean, there really isn't much in a fan. I mean, most of the copper you're going to get from it is inside this motor right here. And like I said, it is very easy to strip these down and get the copper out. So, maybe I'll do a time lapse of it, or maybe I'll just throw it in my bin and just scrap it out another day. But I just wanted to at least show you what the valuable things are inside a fan. So like I said, irony aluminum, another piece of irony aluminum. If I can get these screws out, it'll be clean, and then I get this centerpiece out with the bushing, and then it'll be clean aluminum. But like, this really doesn't weigh much. It literally weighs maybe about 2 ounces. So if aluminum's going for about 40 cents a pound right now, depending on what kind it is, it's not worth your time just trying to get that little bit of, a couple extra cents out of it. Well, I decided to take the rest of the fan apart off camera. I got the screws out of this. I got all the bushings out. There was some lube inside here. You can see that right there. I haven't gotten all of it out yet, but it's easy to get out. Same with this one. There was a different bushing in here and a couple mounting screws that were still attached. So this is clean die-cast aluminum. Set that aside. Here's the recycle. More recycle. This I'm just going to throw in scrap steel. There is a piece of steel on it. There might be some copper or something inside here, but it's got this really thick lacquer that's poured all the way through. And I wouldn't recommend opening these. So just toss that in scrap steel. So I've got a couple other bits and pieces here. I decided to take that switch apart just because I wanted to investigate if there was silver inside here or not. Pretty much when I opened it up, it's just brass connectors here. That's all it is. And then there's a brass connector here that when you turn it, it actually makes contact with each one of these here. And there's not any silver inside this. So this is just scrap brass. So I just wanted to, bring you in and tell you that I got it stripped out a little bit further. Yeah, this is irony aluminum. I'll still throw that in irony aluminum bin. Scrap steel screws, and that's pretty much it. Okay, guys, here's the final weigh-in for everything. The brass, I already pre-weighed. I'm not even going to bother throwing it in the bin. It was 6 grams of brass. The aluminum, die-cast aluminum, it's already cleaned up. Let's see what this weighs. 153 grams. And then the copper, which is a lot more of. I'm going to say probably about a half a pound here. Let's go ahead and throw it in and see what it weighs. 226 grams. So yeah, half a pound of copper. So yeah, that's pretty much scrapping out a desk fan. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff inside it. I mean, there's, you know, it is what it is. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Happy scrapping.